Hi there, my name is Mark and I'm a bisexual guy. I really wanted to make this video just to talk openly and candidly about what it's like to be a bi guy, and I hope that in doing so I can raise awareness and help us to understand a bit more what it's like to be bi. It's still something that's not really understood very well in society, and so if you're watching this, then please share it and please comment, share your experiences. That's what I love to do. So I guess the first thing for me being bi in 2024 is that I love it. I really love being bi. I'm very proud. There are not a lot of people who are like out and proud bisexuals. You don't see many bi people around, and I think that's because a lot of the time our sexuality gets confused or assumed. So like if we're with a man, for example, if I was with a man, I would be assumed to be gay, or if I was with a woman, I would be assumed to be heterosexual, but I'm not. So the bi community is really like invisible a lot of the time, and that's why I like to be really visible, make a big deal about it, talk on the internet about it, so that people can understand that, you know, it's a real thing. So I'm really proud to do that. I'm really proud to be part of this generation who are really moving the dial, I think, and making bisexuality something that is normal and accepted and okay. So if you are bi and you are watching this, then I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're one of our allies and you're just wanting to get bit more information, then thank you so much. Thank you for learning. Let's just talk about it more. I guess though, the thing at the moment that I feel a lot just in my personal life is actually kind of a loneliness and isolation. This is something that I think a lot of bi people feel, and there's two reasons for that. I think the first reason is that a lot of the time we are kind of too gay for the straight world, yeah? So we're not heterosexual, so we kind of get cast out of that kind of realm because we're queer, right? And so I kind of feel a bit like isolated, a bit alienated from the kind of straight world whenever I go into like heteronormative like spaces. There's that feeling of just like, this was not made up for me, this was not set up for me, this is not my space. And the things that people say, the way that they talk about gender, they talk about sexuality, the assumptions that people make, even if it's not hostile, it's just, I don't feel like the world was set up for someone like me, and I'm constantly reminded of that. And then as well though, in the kind of LGBT world, there are a lot of hurdles as well. I love my community with all my heart, and I do spend a lot of time, I do prefer to spend the majority of my time in kind of like queer spaces. But still I'm constantly reminded that there is ignorance there as well, and there is biphobia there as well. You know, people will assume that I'm gay, people will kind of make comments about bisexuality, and it just keeps on highlighting that we bi people, so often we just don't feel like we fit anywhere. And so I love to spend time with my bi community, and also just people who really get it. So there's that kind of weird situation. And then the second kind of isolation or loneliness that I do feel is like, I find it really difficult to date, because I'm bi, I'm fluid, I'm also on the kind of asexual spectrum, and my sexuality, the way it works is it kind of like goes back and forth and round and up and down, and I'm never really 100% sure of like who I'm attracted to or what my attractions are doing, what's happening in my body, my brain, my heart, my mind. it's just a very, very confusing thing being bisexual for me. And so it can be really difficult to date or to find that special connection. And so I'm single. I'm actually happy about that at the moment, but it can just sometimes get to you. So that's something that I experience. Another thing which I experience is like fatigue of explaining things. By the way, if you would like to chat with me, if you would like to meet other bisexual people and join group sessions and hear more about my personal story, then join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/notdefining. We've got a little tight-knit community where we all come together and we share things and express things and support each other. So we would love to see you. But enough about that. I feel this fatigue of explaining myself, and it's not just about bisexuality. It's actually just about a lot of issues in the LGBT community. You know, being a out queer person, there's so much in society now. I can almost hardly bear to put on the news because there's always something that's hostile against our community. Whenever I make a video online or whenever I go, you're never too far away from just some kind of debate about LGBT rights or trans rights or queer issues or something. There's just something going, and I constantly feel that I have to explain myself. Being quite a public figure in the community as well, there's more of a burden, and I actually just kind of check out of it quite a lot of the time. You know, there are people who really get stuck into it, and all respect to those people, and sometimes I do, but a lot of the time I just feel like, I actually don't have the mental capacity to be engaging in all of this explanation. I mean, the other day there was somebody who was trying to debate genetics and biology and psychology and things with me, and I was just like, I don't want to spend my life explaining all that stuff. I don't want to have to talk about that with you. And it's always coming from a place of trying to invalidate queer people, and I'm just like, no. What I love to do is to authentically share my experience like I'm doing now, and for then other people to be able to authentically share their experience, and then we just feel the joy of being together and existing. And if people are going to accept us, that's wonderful. If they're not, I'm just like, do you know what? You do you. And that is, I think, a right of all of us. We have to look after our mental health. We have to look after our boundaries, and not get exhausted by all of the stuff that people put on us. So that's something that I experience a lot. Another thing that I experience is just this expansiveness, this, like I said, I'm a fluid person, so my attractions aren't always the same. I feel like I have such a diverse and varied range of feelings that I can have towards people. Romantic, emotional, physical, sensual, sexual, platonic, queer platonic, fantasies, kinks, all these different things. And I feel that because I've had to expand my understanding of them so much, and I've had to break down so many barriers, I actually have this wonderful kind of openness, I think, to other human beings that I don't tend to see in other people who aren't bi. I just feel like I approach every person with a sense of equality and a sense of openness that I just really love, and I've had to kind of earn it, and I've had to kind of learn it, but now that I have it, it's really, really wonderful. And because I don't put myself in one particular box, what it means is that I don't put other people in particular boxes either. Because I don't make assumptions about myself, it means that I don't make assumptions about other people. And so I get to really experience the fullness of other people and also express the fullness of myself. And I'm going to say it, I would never have chosen to be bi. I would never have chosen to be LGBT because it's so difficult many times. But the fact that I have has just opened up this wonderful variety and this wonderful range of experiences and feelings that I can have. And I just feel like such a whole person. I'm really in tune with what I'm feeling in the moment. Does somebody feel good to me? Am I enjoying a particular situation? Do I feel comfortable in a particular situation? Is this really what I like? Is this really what I don't like? And I'm so aligned with my own inner guidance system, my own sense of what is good for me and what I like and what feels good, that I can really just flex that and be connected with that at all times. And so I actually really enjoy my life. I really enjoy the people that I spend time with. I enjoy the things that I do, and I enjoy being a human in this world and connecting with people and all the rest of it. So that's really what I love about being bi. There are so many other things, but I just wanted to give you just a little snippet of my life and some of the things that maybe you might not have heard before, some of the things that maybe are unique to me. And I would love to hear from you. Are you bi? Do you identify as bi? How do you find it? What are some of the things that go through your mind? What are some of the experiences and perspectives that you have? The more we can share, the more that we can feel mirrored, we can relate with each other, and we can feel confident in ourselves. So thank you so much for listening. If you would like to hear more about my personal life, my personal journey, then check out this playlist. And if you'd like to find out more about bisexuality, then check out this one. Have a wonderful day. I love you so much, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye for now.